Well, good morning, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Sally. We're already live.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Uh,
How you doing?
I'm good.
I heard you had a show yesterday, and I didn't even know.
Well, I put it in the link, the
I
chat
know.
links and stuff, groups.
I know. I just didn't
That's
check.
okay. Tom and I had fun.
That's good. I just had some stuff going on, so I didn't
Tom
get
kept
to
the conversation going. Oh, speak of the devil, Tom's in here.
it.
If I can get him added here, there he is.
Are y'all talking about me and talking bad about me?
Sure.
Absolutely. Why not? Ah,
Using my name in vain?
yeah.
Not quite yet. You didn't do nothing wrong yet.
Yet.
Instead of G damn it, it's Tom damn it. Oh,
And as you can tell, I'm back in the bedroom.
Yeah,
she's
it's okay.
she's on the
that's all
conference.
right.
She's on a conference call with half the people in the world, I think.
So let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Here we go, Steven. He says GM. Is that a car or does that mean good morning? Let's see. Craig says 2 shows in 1 week.
I know. He's doing
Uh,
good.
Fishing and Picking says the title of this show should be Grumpy Old Rich Fart.
Yeah.
Steven says, I vote for that one. Then Steven says, how about calling it Talk to the Hand?
Talk to the hand. Yeah.
Which I replied back, hand jive. And Cyber Curtain Twitcher. He's got a great silver and gold channel. Y'all need to watch his videos. He's great. He will take fake coins that get produced around the world and sold, and he will take the fake ones and invent fun and interesting ways to just destroy them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he he's got a video where he sends one up on a rocket,
Oh, wow.
a model rocket. He's got one where he builds a guillotine and just chops the hell out of a coin.
Wow.
Then he's got one where he gets out blow torches
Mm-hmm.
and just melts that sucker down.
Wow.
He's got one. I think he got some thermite or something like World War II tank busting weapon stuff, and just I don't know how that works, but it looked dangerous. One of these days, Cyber's gonna kill himself or get a dangerous
Visit from the CIA or the SS or.
dangerous injury. Well, he's in merry old England. He lives in the
Oh, okay.
southern part of.
Yep.
He lives south of London, about an
M5,
hour and a half.
Interpol. Same thing.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
And there's Anissa. How you doing?
Hi, Nessa.
Bumcrack back in action. Also in England. We have two United Kingdom folks in our chat this morning. Aren't we honored?
Bumcrack's got a
Hmm.
nice wife.
That's like getting a visit from the Queen herself. We went when Gwen and I went to England about 5 years ago. We went to visit the Buckingham Palace, and I can't believe that Queenie didn't invite us in. Just come in and have a spot of tea. And
Well, I was reading an article and it was talking about the British government spends about 180 million a year, taking care of the royal family, but
oh
they
well,
generate about a $2 billion in revenue,
oh yeah,
through all the shops and the merchandising and stuff like that benefits the the government itself or the income, the economy of the country. And I told Roberta, I said, now if I was the queen, I would say, okay, from 8 to 9, William's got to go out on that balcony and wave at the American or American tourist, and then from 11 to 12, Camilla can go out there
oh my God,
just to have some
no.
people, just to motivate the visitors. So you were offended. You were offended by the fact that she didn't invite you in for tea.
No, I wasn't offended. I just, you don't get offended by the queen. She's too proper for me. But it wouldn't have hurt for her to ask Gwen and me to come in, have a little tea and crumpets or something, curds and whey or something.
Some
But anyway,
cucumber
yeah,
sandwiches.
we saw the changing of the guard. That was a spectacle. It was. They still use the 18th century uniforms and horses and stuff. Maggie!
Hey, Maggie. Good morning.
Maggie! How are you doing, darling?
Good. How's everybody? I feel like it's been forever since I've seen y'all.
I know.
Well,
A long time.
it
Yeah.
has.
Where are you at? Jersey or Philly?
I'm in Pennsylvania in my new apartment with no crazy neighbors below.
Is it in the same apartment complex,
It
or
is. It's in the same complex, just a different building.
so at least you didn't have to move far when you moved all that crap?
No.
Oh,
That's
but
good.
you did your move right in the middle of the hurricane thing, didn't you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was crazy. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. When in the morning it was so windy and rainy, but by the time they really got the truck loaded up and were moving over, there was a lull, so it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be.
That's right, Cyber Curtain Twitcher over there. He said we were on a bus tour, so we went where the tour took us when we were in Great Britain, and I didn't know it, but Cyber was going to meet us at the Stonehenge.
Oh.
And
Oh,
he was going to surprise us by meeting us there. And so we went around Stonehenge and looked at all the stuff, all the stones and everything. Then everybody got back on the bus and we were driving away. And I got a phone call, and it's Cyber Curtain Twitcher. He says, "I'm here. I'm at Stonehenge. Where are you?" And we're just pulling out of the parking lot, fixing to get on the road.
Oh no.
And I said, "We're on the bus headed out of here." So you can see this little bitty figure about a half a mile away run out of the exhibit hall at Stonehenge and just wave. It was one of those things you can't make up, So he and his son went ahead and looked at Stonehenge, and then we did meet up with him in London a couple of days after that. He's a great guy.
good morning, Julie. Morning, Julie.
And he's got a great channel. Everybody, if you just want some fun entertainment and look at some really cool coins and stuff, but his best ones are where he destroys fake coins. He said up there, my favorite video he did was firing a fake coin from a cannon. So
Wait, I'm going to look them up.
yeah, fake coins in the marketplace are just they're not as hateful as COVID, but they're pretty hateful because they can really mess up the coin market if fakes get out and sold as being real.
Oh yeah.
Chuck Trader says, "Good, looking good, Maggie." Maggie always is dressed to the T's
She's
when she steps
always
in
like
front.
dolled up and
Yeah,
cute.
always.
And
Thank you.
We probably wouldn't even recognize her if she didn't have her makeup on and her hair did.
yeah. But the star of the show this morning is that big fat kitty cat sitting
know.
on Sally's lap, licking its belly.
Yep.
I don't think I could lick my belly.
He's funny because he'll sit up and he'll be licking his belly, his own belly. He tries to get as far up as he possibly can. He's a little bit mad at me this morning because I had my I cleaned up my Happy Gilmore my vacuum, my robotic vacuum. I cleaned the contacts on the charger and it started working again for me. And so I had that little vacuum cleaner running around and vacuuming up stuff this morning, and he was just like, what is this? He could not figure out what the vacuum was doing. He's watching it like he's a mouse, and like he's gonna pounce on it.
Hey, Victoria.
Look, there's
I know
Julie.
one day I'm gonna come home and he's just gonna be riding that thing.
There's Hank. Morning, Hank. Victoria. She's got the funnest show in the morning. I don't.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got so much energy. She just perky. Perky is the word I would use for Victoria on her show in the morning.
Yeah.
Sally, has Valerie got to North Carolina yet?
She's leaving today.
Oh, okay.
I thought she left yesterday.
No, she's leaving today because she had to go get like her tags and stuff yesterday. And so she had to go like to the county courthouse, and
Lori's in the green room, Todd.
She had to take Ringo to the
I've been looking at the YouTube side.
She had
Sorry, Lori.
like, a lot of little errands to do.
Hi, Lori. Sorry.
Morning. Oh, you're fine.
I was looking on the YouTube side. I didn't see you come in.
It has been crazy around here.
Has it?
Well, the weather's been nice, so we've been doing projects inside and outside, while we're taking advantage of the no heat. So,
yeah.
Kitchen's almost done. We had a delay in the backsplash, so getting that, it was out of. We had one wall done and to order another box, and they were out. So we want to make sure we get the same exact stuff. So
yeah.
So it's half done. That we still have one wall to go, and the trim. And then we're working on expanding our patio outside with creek rock and some pool table slate that Teresa brought home, and it's looking pretty cool.
You never stop with projects. You used to build like picnic tables and
we got our outdoor kitchen. Yeah, the kitchen's done outside. So
what are you working on now? Oh, I'm setting up a Halloween carnival out for the kids.
That'll be next month.
Yeah,
still doing that. Our neighbors are working together with us this year, so we have a trail cleared back behind down in the woods. So we're going to kind of have the little thingy over here in my yard with the movie projector and Hocus Pocus playing, and then my daughter's going to take them over there to the haunted trail. So it's going to be fun.
Haunted trail.
Yeah. So.
And this one says it'll probably snow next week. Don't say that.
In Ohio, it's possible. So.
It's possible here too, but it usually doesn't come until Halloween.
Yeah, Teresa's been really, really sick, but it's a sinus infection from all the sawdust that we're doing, plus the concrete dust, and then burning stuff in the fire pit. And because she gets tested twice a week for COVID, so she doesn't have that. So thank God.
Now, why did she get tested twice a week, if I may ask?
She works in a nursing home. She's dietary manager. So it's mandatory that they get tested. So because they have COVID in the building again. So it's on lockdown. So
so tired of COVID.
I am too. I'm sick of it. A good friend of mine, her husband just posted that she has it, and she has COPD and asthma. So
God.
That's scary.
One of my
It
friends
is.
just went into the hospital yesterday. With really bad pneumonia and COVID.
Well, I was on the fence about getting the shot. I'm going to get it now. I'm not going to wait any longer. So
Yeah.
we just have to wait for Teresa to get over this infection because they won't give it to her until that's
Right.
gone. So
Right.
Once she has the shot, can she stop being tested?
no, I think that's still a mandate for the nursing home that come down from corporate and whoever told them it had to be done. So probably the governor. I don't know, but
Because you can still get it even after you've had the shot.
Definitely.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's still transmitted. So
You know, it's just my opinion, and I'm not a doctor and I'm not a scientist, but I think if nothing else, it helps keep it under control. Because the people that I've known that have had have gotten it, that has had the shot, it was like, you know, a cold, the common cold.
Yeah.
They didn't, and then they blew it off. So, the people that haven't had it and got it, that's the ones that seem to have the issues. But I'm not trying to infringe on anybody's rights to not take it.
And it's
look, they're getting it in England too. Cyber over there says my neighbors just got it despite being double jabbed.
And that's what the doctor said. She said you can still get it, just like you can still get the flu if you get the flu shot. It just keeps it from being so bad. So it kind of regulates its severity, I guess, is what she was saying. So it's not going to keep you from getting it, but it will keep you from getting it as bad as somebody who does not have the vaccination. So
I keep hearing that, but I don't know.
That's what she said. So and I've had the same doctor for over almost 25 years, and I trust her wholeheartedly. So, because I told her, I said I wasn't going to get it. She says, you need to get it because I have asthma for one,
Right.
and other underlying conditions, bad heart, all this stuff. So she said, you really should get it. So your chances of surviving if you catch COVID without the vaccination are slim and none.
So if you've had COVID, is that as good as having the vaccine? I'm looking at junk traders.
I think you get the antibodies, but they're only for so long. Because I think Lacey had COVID way back when it first started, because they didn't know what it was at the time.
Yeah.
Like getting the flu, you can get it again the next year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like with the flu shot. You have to get the flu shot every year. So it'll probably be where you're needing to get the COVID shot every year, would be my guess.
They've done studies on people who've had COVID, and they say the immunity lasts and is better and lasts longer than getting the thing. So, but I agree with Anissa. Everybody needs to be able to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should be able to choose. It shouldn't be made. You shouldn't be made to do it. You should do it because you want to. Because I wasn't going to get it. I was at the time. I was on the fence about it, and I just kept putting it off. And then I've decided that it's time.
Let's jump down memory lane here. Do y'all maybe or Todd probably remembers? I don't know about Maggie. I know you two don't because y'all too young. Did what was it? Which one of the vaccines was it that they gave you as a kid? That scabbed up and it left the big scar. Was that
the polio?
With
the big bullseye looking thing?
Yeah. I remember to this day them lining us up. The nurse would come into every classroom with her little
inoculation gun.
And we would line up, and they gave us every one of those. Everybody in the class got that shot.
Yeah.
My sisters all have. I was too young. I didn't have to have it. But all my other brothers and sisters have that mark on their arm.
Yeah.
And think about it. Nobody questioned what was in that.
No.
Everybody's like, okay, yeah. And then when you go to school, my parents had to have me vaccinated for everything before I could even go to kindergarten. Right. So it's like they didn't know what was in that stuff. They never questioned it. They just said, okay,
Well,
they were tested more. They went through more testing process.
Right. And that's what I was worried about with this vaccination they have now. And And my doctor said it's because they lifted all the red tape. They pushed everything off to the side and let all these doctors and scientists concentrate on this one thing. And that's why it was pushed through so fast without any having to do clinical trials and all that. Where, you know, some things it's like takes years before something's released to the public.
Right. So
Because of all the red tape.
Yeah.
And clinical trials they have to do. They have to do so many trials on so many people.
Yeah.
And for so long and blah, blah, blah. And and then document the data.
Polio was such a horrible disease. It just deformed people's legs. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think it was another case where they had something that they thought that would work.
if there was something available that had the possibility of work, yeah, everybody was for that, because I know so many people that are slightly older than me that have had polio and just
They're still
they
alive.
crippled around the rest of their lives.
Yeah. I had a
my-
teacher in middle school that had polio.
Yeah.
And
Our elementary school principal at the school I used to teach at had it, and he acted like it didn't bother him, but man, he crippled around all the time. I don't know why it affected legs so much, but it did.
but we live in America, and you have the choice. So make your choice and live with it or not live with it, whatever the situation.
Yep.
I just think that they could do a better job of convincing people to get it by just being more honest and addressing some of the questions that people have. I think people are just fearful, and instead of pushing it and address the inconsistencies. I feel like if they address the inconsistencies, why are they not mentioning natural immunity? Why are they not addressing that? You know, and why are they not giving people why are they creating a vaccine passport that you can't go into? You know, this whole mandate is about OSHA is about workplace safety. So they're trying to say that, you know, you're going to mandate it in order to make your workplace safe. However, it's known that the vaccine doesn't prevent transmission.
Right.
It doesn't give immunity. They've gone now onto the CDC website and literally changed the definition of vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Until 2 weeks ago, the definition of vaccine was something that provided immunity from a disease. Now it says provides protection from a disease. So if you're going to change that that raises questions in people's mind. If a vaccine no longer provides immunity, and this vaccine has never provided immunity, how can you say the workplace is safer among vaccinated people than unvaccinated people?
Right.
So those kind of just inconsistencies are, to me, what makes people fearful and afraid, and makes you wonder what agenda is being pushed here. I'm speaking as someone who had the vaccine earlier with the vaccine myself. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like instead of shaming and bashing people and
that's ridiculous.
That's never going to convince people to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't take it until after Roberta's transplant doctor said he had researched it. He looked at what was in it, and he called her, or you know, they sent out a memo to all his patients and said, "Go ahead and get the vaccine," because that's what we were concerned with. Because she can't take a lot of the herbs, you know, like the ones you buy in the vitamin section. A lot of that she can't take because it conflicts with all the meds she's on, and we wanted to take it because she is on meds that knocks her resistance way down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So once he said to take it, we got our shot.
Yeah, Victoria, I mean, people are fearful, and she said she was really worried about getting it, but finally made the decision to do it. I mean, people were doing it were not taking it out of fear, and I feel like if a big piece of it was maybe if they put it into doctor's offices, there's enough of it around now that you should be able to go to your doctor's office and get your vaccine. I think that
totally agree.
I think that would make people feel so much more comfortable. I was worried about the flu vaccine for years, and my doctor talked to me about it, and I just felt so more comfortable going to my doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Why they're still keeping it out of doctor's offices, I don't understand.
Yeah, that I don't understand, because I feel the same way. I would feel so much more comfortable having my doctor jab me in the arm than having to go to Walgreens or CVS.
Right.
So, I mean, it just...
Cat just scared the crap out of me.
As far as going to one of the technicians at like Walgreens or CVS or whatnot, they have been trained and they have met whatever approvals they have to do to be able to give injections. So I'm not worried about that, as far as them, because sometimes I get my flu shot there or my shingle shot. But
yeah, your video's frozen, Tom.
Okay, well,
Texas Val says she canceled their December cruise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have a trip to Germany, Switzerland, and Austria in October, and we paid nearly $1,000 to get insurance in case we had to back out.
Oh wow.
Well, I thought the COVID, you can tell I'm from the South. It's the COVID, the cancer, everything is I thought if they had to cancel everything because of COVID or because of, like Germany stopped all tourism.
Not me.
I thought they would refund your money.
I think that goes company by company, whatever.
Does it?
So, because this was the trip we wanted, and this was the type of travel we wanted to do. This is the company we chose, and I guess it's just their policy of no refunds unless you buy the expensive insurance.
Well, that's stupid.
It is. But yeah, it was like $470 a piece to get cancellation insurance.
We've been trying to get a cruise out of Charleston, and every time we book something, they cancel them and move them back. So it'll be January before they're running out of Charleston.
Yeah.
Man.
Anyway.
So what y'all been selling?
A little bit of everything.
Christmas stuff. Clothes.
Yeah.
I pulled my orders. Let's see. I got a necklace going out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I got tons of jewelry.
Photo coasters.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like a deal. You put pictures of people you hate, and then you slam your coffee mug down on them as a coaster.
Mug on their face.
Yep.
Is that like
I sold a cap.
I need to make a pot holder for my ex-husband's face.
Todd, is that made by the same people that make the clay ducks for skeet shooting?
Yeah, probably.
Hey, I never thought of that. Damn, I could have been shooting him in the face this whole time.
Sold a pair of calipers.
Oh, God.
Sold.
I'm going to hell for that one.
Little golden books. Lotted up.
Oh, cool.
7 of these Christmas ones.
Oh, cool.
Did you wrap them, or were those already wrapped?
No, I wrapped them.
Okay.
Get out my little shrink wrap thing.
Uh-huh.
Y'all use this?
Mm-mm.
I wrap a lot of stuff in this. Makes your package when the customer gets it. Oh,
I just
that's
have
really
one of those,
protected.
I have one of those seal meal things with poly bags or the bread bags.
Right.
And the best thing I sold was a Coleman lantern.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
All right.
This is the 1960s.
Victoria, Todd, I gotta tell Victoria something real quick.
Oh, okay.
She asked me and Maggie if we put measurements in our clothing listings. You have to.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
covering yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't put your measurements in your listings, you're asking for trouble, because
Mm-hmm.
if somebody says, "Oh, this isn't the size," or "Oh, this is the wrong size," but you didn't put any measurements in,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of verify what the measurements are, then they can return it, INAD,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that's not good for your account.
Yeah, I do.
So,
I put them in
I do.
everyone. And
I
it's
also put the measurements of the mannequin just in case.
yeah, it's saved me like 3 or 4 times already. Like somebody will say, this doesn't fit like a extra large. Well, the measurements are on the listing, so
Bum crack.
you should
What is he?
have used the measurements.
But yeah, I was
Oh,
doing it.
that's such a goof.
And I think it's really important.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
sold a pair of hoochie shorts.
Hoochie shorts.
Hoochie shorts. You know those ones where the bottom of your butt cheek hangs out?
Oh, yeah.
And I sent it to the girl. I had measurements. I had measurements from the top of the waistband to the bottom of the hem on the shorts. And and I had all the dimensions on it. Plus I had the size that was in the label. She wrote back and she said, "It's too short." She wanted to return them because they were too short. And I'm like, okay, well, get a label, ship it back. Then
Mm-hmm.
she opened an INAT on it, and I had to have some conversation with eBay about it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, you're worried about too short, and they are hoochie shorts with sugar across embroidered across the seat of them. I said, I'm
Sugar.
surprised they sold. I'm not surprised they sold, but you should have pulled some measurements.
Yeah,
Instead of Victoria's Secret shorts, it's Tom's Secret shorts.
Yeah, that's right.
well, some shorts could not be like short on me,
Right.
but somebody that has super long legs, or a slimmer belly or a slimmer butt, it just fits different. So what you have to do is you have to put the inseam measurement.
Maybe she had
That's
saggy
it.
butt.
Yeah. Seriously, I mean,
They stuck out further.
yeah.
Do
Yeah,
these shorts make my
exactly.
butt look saggy?
Just like capris, they ask, well, where do these capris go up to, like, or go down to? And it's like, I can't tell you that. You have to look at the inseam and measure yourself, because it's different for every person. It's going to be different.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Capris, are those the one that come about knee high?
Yeah, just below. Yeah, I hate them
Just
things. 'Cause
below
I'm tall
them,
and they
yeah.
look. I don't like wearing
Yeah.
those.
And Victoria, yes, you can get an INAD just for, even if you say message for measurements, because it's not in the listing itself.
Mm-hmm.
But on eBay, an INAD isn't a problem. It's not, you only get dinged for an INAD if you don't respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And as a
I
clothing,
mainly put in measurements because I don't like the annoying ass questions you get if you don't put it in there.
right? Yeah, true. You get more questions.
Because
Right.
everybody, hey, can you give me a measurement from the edge of the neck over across the shoulder, down the back, and through the waistline?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll be happy to go into my closet and spend 5 minutes on your little expedition you want me to. Anyway, yeah, I generally put in some measurements just to avoid that.
Yeah, I just think I hate having to do that. Like
You too.
I think it messes up my day kind of because I'm like, doing something and then somebody asks a question. It's like sometimes I don't respond.
I had a set of hair
Like,
rollers
if
listed.
you can't read it in the listing, then you probably shouldn't buy it.
Well,
Because
I'm gonna tell you.
if I put measurements in there,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes like the way that eBay is, you can't find it unless you know where to look.
Right.
So you have to click that little arrow, and it takes you to the item specifics.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that you have to click that little arrow. I think you should have to do a little run through when you start eBay. Just even if you start buying, when you set up your account, I think you should have to go through a little thing that shows you how to read a listing and all of that and what certain things mean. Because a lot of people, I've taught so many people that have been on eBay for a long time, and they did not know that you have to click on that little arrow to see the item specifics.
Well, there seems to be money in hoochie wear because I got 35 for the shorts and I got 45 for my hooker heels,
Mm.
and I got 35 for the those hoof boots or whatever they're called, the ones that look like you were standing on your toes. You really didn't have heel support.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway, it just seems like there's
Ankle
money in
breakers
it.
is what I call them.
What? Ankle breakers?
Ankle breakers.
I could never wear it. It's like walking on a pencil. It's like, nope,
Yeah.
not doing that.
So I've decided. I guess a good brand would be Hoochie Wear. That's the new, at all the store and all the malls now. The new mall stores.
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered how women who are top heavy can wear them stilettos like that without tipping over. It's like, what? How?
Yeah. Yeah.
Todd, what you got there, son? I don't got my glasses on.
I went to the rummage sale yesterday, and this is cool, isn't it? 1978 BG's lunchbox.
BG.
Stella, Stella.
I was 20 years old.
More than a woman.
That is really old.
Yeah, this 1978 lunchbox.
Wow.
You should be jive talking.
I have that LP with John Travolta on it.
And it's got, I think they made a whole set of these because I've seen ones like this that have Barry and the other dude also.
Oh, my sister loved Barry Gibb.
So,
Barry Gibb and Elton John, that's all that was on our walls growing up.
This one's kind of rusty on the inside, so it won't sell for full price. And it's got the thermos.
Oh, that's
wow.
Cool.
But
that's gonna be worth the money just having the thermos.
Yeah, Barry got all rubbed out there.
Oh well, maybe
The
somebody.
little girl probably's like, oh.
No, she saw a picture of him with another girl in a magazine, one of those kids magazines, and she banned him from her life.
You know why they sang so high? Did you see how tight their pants were?
Yeah.
Talk about moose nut. Well, come on.
But that was my cool pickup for the week.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
BB's she's at an auction
these
this
in
morning.
like new condition sell for like 150 to 200. So I'll be happy to get $50 out of it. 60. I thought that was cool. Thought I'd show it this morning.
It is cool.
Yes?
That's nice.
Okay.
How many millions of dollars worth of millions in today's money of those old lunch boxes were trashed and used after school season ended. You know, Matchbox and Hot Wheels were kept in them and beat up and rattled and everything else.
We used to keep our fishing bait in ours.
What are they saying in that update that they're gonna do? Make it 6 weeks for returns.
Oh, really?
That's what Nashana said.
Oh, I
Like,
didn't get to read the whole update.
like they're going to require that we give 6 weeks for returns.
I don't
That's
know.
just stupid.
I know.
Why are they doing this? They're just digging a deeper hole for themselves. I mean, I see a lot of people jumping ship from eBay and going to other platforms because of all these stupid changes that they're. Why fix it if it ain't broke?
Yeah.
Just leave it alone.
And one thing I hoped that they would do, they didn't, which I had at eBay Live or Open or whatever it was they had online, they talked about they will be doing immediate payment for offers.
Mm-hmm.
And
they haven't done that.
I thought that might be in this update, but it's not. 80 days on returns? That's crazy.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The only reason that it might be good is because they will forget about it.
People will forget it. I just had one that got returned to me because the person just never sent the thing back.
But also, I think that hurts the seller or the buyer experience. You know, people will, if somebody goes to eBay and buys something and they get it and they don't like it and they say, oh, I'm going to return it. And so they put in for a return and they forget to return it. And then they find it like 3 or 4 months later and they're like, well, now I can't return it. And so the next time they go on eBay to buy something, they're going to remember that. They're going to remember,
their fault.
If it's something that I have to return, then I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. And, that's the only thing I could figure, but I think it gives a negative buyer experience having too much time to ship. If it's item not as described, I think it should be shipped back immediately.
Yeah.
Why would you hold on to something that you don't agree? I mean, you don't think that it's what you bought. You don't.
Well, don't
you
they
don't
have a
think
certain? If you do an INAD and they send you, and you have to pay for the label for it to return, don't they have so many days to use that label before it drops off?
Right.
Because I've gotten a couple of refunds for labels that I have shipped.
Yeah.
I've given them for
They ship
return.
after the days.
But
After the date.
They have 6 weeks.
So it'll be 6 weeks now.
What the?
They can still ship it with that label.
I've gotten refunds where people have not shipped stuff and they refund my postage. So I don't know whether that's a PO thing or whether that's a eBay thing.
I don't know, but I've had them wait 2 or 3 days after the thing was expired, and or it said, it should close after this date.
Right.
Where they have until this date to ship it, and they wait 2 or 3 days after, and then ship it. And I'm like, how is that fair? I think eBay needs to be a little bit more consistent with that, because really, if you're telling them, yeah, you have this much time, then you should make it that much time and cut them off on the very next day. It should not be allowed to be refunded or returned. It really should. And I think that they're unfair by allowing them to do that. I just had a bracelet that got returned, It was $100 bracelet, and they waited until 2 days after they were supposed to return it, after they were supposed to ship it. They waited 2 days. They had close to a month. It was almost a month that they had.
I think if you have to supply a label to them, that you should have like 7 days to get it in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Amazon returns are 14 days after you asked to return.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like say, 2 months into this what did you say, 3 months now? They decide they want to return it, and then they ship it back. But when they open an INAD and you send them a shipping label, the clock should start ticking then. They've got so many days to get it in the mail.
I think so too.
But
yeah, Amazon gives you one of those square code things. What do you call it?
Yeah,
that they scan into UPS, and you've only got 14 days to use it. I think you might be able to request a new one if you go beyond that, but
if you want your money back, go ahead, Sally.
Mr. Sadie's first.
Hey, Sadie.
But if you're returning something, you want your money back. Why are you not packing it up so you'll get a refund?
Right.
Yep.
Why are you not? What's the holdout? That bracelet. Did she wear it a couple of times and then she decided it didn't work with her fashion trend, and so let's send it back?
Probably.
But I know myself, I'm a procrastinator. Sometimes I say I want to return something, and then I just put it aside, and then I don't ship it, and I'm like, oh, well, crap, the window's passed.
Well, maybe you're like,
now,
you're rich like Todd. Y'all don't worry about money. Us poor people, we have to have our money back like real fast. But it's I'm glad that they're going to do the thing where if you make an offer and it's accepted, they automatically pay for it. I'm glad they're going to implement that.
Yeah, I agree with Victoria. I mean, eBay has long been over way backwards for the buyer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think that they need to be more consistent. Anytime that I can fill out a survey for them, I do. And I tell them this, that they need to be more consistent with their return policy, because it seems like they give a lot of leniency to the buyer, and then for the seller, they have to accept the return. They have to whenever the person ships it back, you have to be able to give a refund in 3 days.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you're going to get in trouble. Why don't they have some of that leniency with us, in those matters?
Right.
And
that really drives me crazy is when somebody makes an offer and you accept their offer, not just the payment issue, the shipping issue. If I have 1 day shipping, that should be null and void if if I accept the buyer's offer and then they don't pay, because that has happened to me where I have 1 day shipping, but the buyer doesn't pay till like a day that I'm away, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I might be away for a few days, so I put my thing on 3 day shipping, but that thing that sold before is now being shipment because the buyer didn't bother to pay till I was.
Yeah.
And once that's your handling time should go out the window, I think, on an offer like that. If they don't pay right away, then that should make that
That makes sense.
Or
Yeah.
you should be able to click a little button that says extended shipping, you know, something
Yeah.
to let people know that because they've delayed in getting it
Well,
for paying for the item, that it's
yeah.
changing your schedule.
When you do an extended shipping, then it should be count for items that were
Right.
offered. For. Yeah.
Because you're right. If you sell, somebody makes an offer and you wait and wait and wait, and then you have to go to Florida for something
Yeah.
because your kid's down there,
Because you
and
have
they
to,
decide to pay after you leave, you can't ship it.
right.
So anyway, I'm not against returns. I sold a 3/4 inch brass gas pipe fitting, and I shipped it to Texas. And about 2 days later, he said, "You sent me exactly what you had offered, but it's not what I need. Would you?" And I've opened the package because it was sealed in the manufacturer's packaging. "Can I still return it?" I said, "Sure. Just open up a return on it and saying it's not what you want needed, and you'll have to pay for the shipping back on it, but sure, I'll take it." So they did, and I got it back, and they got refunded their money, and blah blah blah, and everybody was happy. But and I checked it and I told them also that once I receive it back, then I'll approve the actual the money be transferred back, because I didn't know whether I was going to get something back that was not the same fixture that
Right.
pipe fitting that I sent. But anyway,
Valerie.
it's just that make offer stuff really causes a lot of
Yeah.
problems, because I have canceled them because I need to be somewhere and they haven't paid it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is that Val?
That's valid.
Is that Kansas Val?
Yep,
Kansas
that's
Valley.
me.
At the airport?
Awesome.
No.
I wasn't sure it was you because your name's not there, but then I remembered, oh yeah, she used Boss Lady for. So you're at
Yep.
home right now?
I thought I'd pop in for a minute.
All right. I sure do appreciate everybody coming in and helping me out with this, because if I had to do this by myself, I just totally suck.
You're doing good.
Anyway, so yeah, I looked at my analytics, because I've got like 130 videos, but I only get like 5 minutes average of watch time a day, or maybe 30 minutes or something. But I looked at yesterday's and went, Zam! That little chart thing went, boom, baby. You got like 30 hour, 40 hours of watch time off of one video. I thought, holy shnikes. Yeah.
That's why they always say if you try to get your watch time in, to do some lives, because it'll zip it right on up.
I still only do YouTube for fun, even if I did get AdSense, which I don't qualify for because I don't have enough watch time.
Well, Tara and I have talked about this, and it's not the fact because I will never get $1 million check, but it's the fact that my little horse and pony show met the qualifications, to be monetized. So it's more of that than it is anything else,
Yeah, just the feeling that
you accomplished. You're successful.
They used to give me AdSense, and then they changed the rules about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
They said, after so many views and hours watched, they would just send you out a check, a paper check.
But well, Todd, you keep doing it with all these pretty ladies, and you'll have it.
You need 4,000 hours of watch time in a calendar year. Well, that threw me out. So. Sadie, I fell asleep with your videos on time. That's why the bump in watch time.
Well, that's what you do. You turn on his playlist, and then you just go to bed. Let it sit there and play.
You can listen to the droning. Yeah, if you need a nap, just watch some of my old videos or watch any of my videos.
They're interesting, Todd.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming on. It's fun to see that analytics jump up like that.
Yeah, it'll keep. How many viewers you got today, Todd?
How many? I don't know. I haven't even looked. How many people are looking? Oh, I got a thumbs down. I didn't get a thumbs down yesterday, but I got one today. That's cool.
Well, you're not a YouTube. You're no longer a YouTube virgin then, because you got your first thumb down.
Yesterday we had a bunch of the silver and gold stackers in the chat, but
yeah,
today Cyber's the only one.
Well, you're just going to have
to. 16 are watching right now.
You're just going to have to do a silver and gold and show and let everybody know.
Yeah, then all the reseller folks will give me a thumbs down.
I get a thumbs down within, and I do very few videos, but I get a thumbs down within minutes of posting every video. I get one thumbs down. So there's somebody that must be watching as soon as my video goes live. Thumbs down.
I think there's people out there that are just major peni, and they just give everybody. I think they give everybody a thumbs down because that gives them some power.
My most watched video out of all of mine was when I went out and did some what is it? The electronic gold hunting or coin hunting?
Metal detecting?
Metal, yeah. My one and only metal detecting video. I have twice as many thumbs down as I do thumbs up, and it's my most watched video.
Well, that's because that's such a competitive market.
Yeah, people want to see. And I did the video on April Fool's Day. So I actually took a gold coin, about like that one I showed yesterday, and hid it in the ground. And then I pretended that I found it. And people got bent out of shape about that. They really did. I got some ugly comments on that video.
It was you were channeling Scott. You remember when they were doing the dumpster diving videos, and he found a chicken sandwich in the dumpster.
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
I remember those. I remember those.
So, you got some people just don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you that I watched this guy. His name's Marky Dragon. He's a gamer, and his videos are interesting from a fact that the game that we're playing is called Dual Universe, and it's a building game, and it's a slow game, and he will have 15 minutes where he doesn't say nothing because his ship is moving through space or he's in a complex build or something like that. And he's got hundreds of live views and then thousands altogether. And I mean, he's got thousands and thousands of watchers. I mean, subscribers. But it's not like some of these gamers where, they're cussing every 15 minutes and it's a fast paced thing. And so everybody's got their own thing.
Yeah.
You do good videos. Maggie does good videos. Valerie, of course, does good videos. All of y'all do good videos.
I do try when I do them. So.
Yep.
You just need to start doing rehab. I watched a rehab video where they were rehabbing a camper. Mm-hmm. It was a 30-foot Prowler camper because this guy's son was going to move into it in their backyard. And that sucker had like 400,000 views on it.
Wow. I think about stuff like that after I'm done with the project. I'm like, I should have done a video on that. Teresa wants me to do video reviews of the chicken sandwiches because I'm a big Popeyes chicken sandwich fan. So I've been going around to other restaurants and trying theirs, and none of them stand up to the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Not KFC, not Burger King, not nothing.
Mhm.
So
Not even Jesus chicken.
who? I mean, I know who
Jesus
Jesus
chicken.
is, but I've never heard of Jesus chicken.
Yeah, that what's that restaurant that's only only
Oh,
that's closed
Chick-fil-A.
on
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Even
Have
Yeah.
not been to that one yet. I did try Burger King's new whatever that is, chick something or other, Chick King or whatever. Nah, nasty. I
I'm
didn't
not-
like it.
I'm not really into Chick-fil-A. Their food is okay. I mean, it's good for fast food. I'm not overly impressed with it.
Yeah.
I like Hardee's fried chicken better than I do any of the rest
I'm
of
not
it.
a big Hardee's. I never have been a big fan of Hardee's. Now, the Chiking tasted more like banquet chicken to me. It looked like they just threw in a thing of banquet chicken in the deep fryer and threw it on a sandwich. That's what it tasted like. But Popeyes, hands down. I mean, it's number one, my favorite.
I've heard it's spicy. Like, isn't there?
You can get the spicy, or you can get the original recipe. So, but they're Louisiana-based restaurants, and we have them up here.
And I've never tried it because I heard it was spicy. But
They do have spicy, but you can get regular, and I love it. I like either one. I like the original. I like the spicy.
You talking about Popeye?
Yeah,
I don't like their food.
I
I like it definitely better than KFC.
Yeah, KFC's gone down the tubes.
And
Their
I
mashed
even
potatoes-
like it better than we have a famous recipe up here too. I don't know if you guys have that, but we
Oh
have
yeah,
that.
they have.
I like their chicken, but I don't know if it's just. I think it depends on the restaurant, which one you go to. Some of them are cooked too hard, where you're chipping your teeth trying to eat them, and some of them are undercooked, and I don't know. It's just they're not up to par like they used to be.
Famous has livers and gizzards down here.
Yes. Now those, when KFC used to have those, we used to have a KFC in Lebanon, and we went. I said, I'd like some livers and gizzards, and they're like, we don't have those. I said, you're a chicken house, and you don't have lizards and liver and gizzards. So I went down the road to Famous Recipe. I was like,
I think that's an option for the franchisers because Charlotte doesn't have livers. You drive 4 miles away across the border to another KFC, and they've got them down there. So, Sally, do you wash that cat? That is the whitest cat.
He is very clean and
big. He looks just like Jersey.
Yeah.
He does. He could be Jersey's twin. He's big like Jersey too.
Yeah.
Teresa's like, as I showed her a picture, she said, "Oh my God, he looks just like Jersey." I said, "Yeah, I know he does. That's what I just told you."
Yeah. Charlie's a big cat. He probably weighs about 20 pounds.
Oh yeah, I think they got Maine. I think Jersey's got Maine Coon in him.
Yeah.
I love to see your art video,
really
Mike.
long hair too.
Before Todd shuts us down, anybody got anything special going on for the weekend? Auctions, yard sales?
Working outside, expanding the patio. That's about it.
I'll do my death pile.
I'm going to just list what I can
Nothing
every day.
special.
And
Maggie,
I'm working a lot, so.
I think Gwen and I are going into the big city today and goofing around, have a meal, such.
Oh, I have a
Todd, how far are you away from Dallas?
We're about 95 miles from Dallas.
Oh, okay. And are you between Dallas and Houston?
Hi,
We
Rita.
are between Fort Worth and Austin.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you were near Houston too.
No, Houston's quite a ways east.
Oh, okay.
We're more central Texas. Houston's right on the coast.
Maggie, y'all closed the Jersey house for the season?
Yeah. Soon.
Got a mouse.
Soon.
Got a mouse. Got a mouse.
Yeah, everything's far away in Texas.
I gotta tell you what this cat did yesterday. So you know how like day before yesterday I came home and he was playing, or I woke up and he was playing with the mouse, and
Bye,
he let it
Victoria.
go. He let it go. The mouse ran off, and he ended up getting away. And I don't know if you ever got him or not. And so I'm like, well, maybe we're feeding him too much food, so we'll try to like limit his food down. I came home from work yesterday and there was 3 packages. You know those packages of tuna that you can get that are in like the foil packs?
Yeah.
He had 3 of those out of the cupboard and 8 on my kitchen floor. Like, I'll show you.
That's
I'll show you. I'll just feed myself. How about that?
Wait till he learns how to
smart
use the
is
can
he?
opener.
Yeah, how smart is he? I had chicken and tuna, and he got the tuna ones. That's
All right.
pretty smart.
Well, I think we're gonna close it out here. Thank you all for coming in.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be back next week. Hopefully.
We'll see you Monday. I don't know. Sally, you gonna do a show on Monday, or you want me to do it again?
Why don't you just plan for it, and I'll do one Tuesday.
Okay.
'Cause
Thank you,
I
everybody.
work a lot of hours. So.
See you later.
Bye.
Remember,
thanks, Todd.
you should be jive talking.
Jive talking. Jive talking.